calls for a federal investigation in the Sapelo Island gangway collapse. Thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Jeannie Blaylock. The families of 3 victims killed in the collapse spoke out today. Some who actually saw the tragedy unfold and survived.
Our Atia Collins heard their stories today, and she's joining us live from the church where those families spoke today in Springfield. Atia.
Yes, emotions were high here inside this church on Silver Street as we heard from daughters, from nieces, and from friends of those victims who lost their life.
We want an investigation on every level to get the answers to how this happened.
7 people died when a gangway collapsed in Sapelo Island, Georgia. The families of Isaiah Thomas, Carlotta McIntosh, and Jacqueline Carter believe the accident was preventable.
There was nothing wrong with my mother. She was perfectly healthy. She was perfectly fine. And she should have come home to us.
Regina Brinson was there. She and her uncle, victim Isaiah Thomas, were pushing another victim, Carlotta McIntosh, in her wheelchair across the gangway when she heard a crack and fell into the water.
And I said, Uncle Bubba, grab my hand. And he grabbed my hand, but he grabbed my shirt too. And he kept pulling me and pulling me and pulling me under the water. And I kept saying to myself, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
The Georgia Department of Natural Resources and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation are conducting the investigation to determine the cause of what they say was a structural failure of the gangway. But Attorney Ben Crump is calling for a federal investigation.
They were loved, they were cherished, and they should be here.
And as well as calling for that federal investigation, Attorney Crump is also asking that mental health resources be made not only for the families of the victim, but for the witnesses who were there that day and saw that tragedy unfold. Reporting in Jacksonville, Atia Collins, First Coast News on your side.